From 24/7 electricity supply to completing over 400 roads in just his 3-year tenure, there's no surprise why everyone in the southeast of Nigeria is singing his praise. In Nigerian politics, it is not every day a leader is seen as a force for change by the people, but that is exactly what is happening in Abia State. This is the story of Dr. Alex Otti, a man who retired from a successful banking career to venture into politics. Dr. Alex Otti was born February 18, 1965 in Umuwehim village, Abia State, to the family of the late pastor and Mrs. Lazarus Weze Otti. He finished his secondary education at Abia State's Ngwa High School in Aba and secondary technical school in Okpuala, where he came first on the school certificate exams. He went to the University of Port Harcourt, getting a first-class degree in economics in 1988. In 1994, he graduated with an MBA from Unilag. He has completed a number of courses like the Wharton Business School, University of Pennsylvania, Stanford Business School, and Columbia Business School Executive Development at the INSEAD in Fontainebleau, France. He is married to Mrs. Priscilla Otti and blessed with 3 adult children. From his qualifications, you can already see that this is a man with a strong head for business. Before politics, Dr. Otti was a giant in Nigeria's banking sector. He began his career in 1989 in the operations department of Nigerian International Bank, a Citigroup New York subsidiary. He quickly ascended the corporate banking ladder, working at Intercontinental Merchant Bank and United Bank for Africa, where he oversaw corporate banking for the whole South Division. He joined First Bank of Nigeria in 2001 and rose through the ranks to become the South Directorate's executive director, in charge of over 140 branches. His career climaxed in March 2011 when he was appointed Group Managing Director and CEO of Diamond Bank plc. His tenure was so successful that the bank's chairman at the time, the Obi of Onitsha, referred to those years as the institution's highest point. He retired on October 24, 2014, leaving a significant legacy. Leaving the boardroom for the campaign trail, Dr. Ottis originally ran for governor of Abia State in 2014 under the All Progressive Grand Alliance. He eventually won the election, but he was denied victory. A Court of Appeal decision on December 31, 2015 saw him as the winner, but the Supreme Court later overruled that decision. He didn't let this decision hold him back and ran again in 2019, only to be rigged again. His third attempt was more effective though, because this time he ran under the Labour Party's platform, a party that was gaining organic mass followership at the time due to Peter Obi being the presidential candidate of the party. Otti won the governorship election on March 18, 2023, and was sworn in as Abia State's 5th democratically elected governor on May 29th. The moment he became governor, Alex Otti immediately distinguished himself as a visionary leader by immediately tackling the challenges of Abia State with determination and transparency. His administration has been defined by meticulous resource management, accountability, and a strong direction that prioritizes the welfare of the people over lavish spending by the political elite of the state. Let's look at his key achievements so far. One of his most remarkable achievements has been in the area of infrastructure. Governor Otti launched an ambitious road repair initiative aimed at rehabilitating long-neglected roads across urban and rural communities. Notably, key roads in Aba and Umuahia, like the Port Harcourt Road, now being reconstructed by Julius Berger, have undergone significant transformation, improving mobility and boosting economic activities. He has put 14 newly constructed roads in Aba and the surrounding area into service after his administration restored them. He also announced that 55 projects will either be commissioned soon, with more roads as part of the first phase of those projects. Aba and 8 local government areas in Abia State have officially unplugged from Nigeria's creaky national grid, and residents are finally enjoying round-the-clock electricity. How? Geometric Power, which is currently generating about 141 megawatts from its three gas turbines. While the rest of the country suffers through those all too familiar national grid collapses, these parts of Abia don't even notice because they're no longer connected. But the real excitement is what's coming next. Governor Alex Otti's administration has revealed that Geometric has its eye on a 125 megawatt General Electric gas turbine sitting in the Netherlands. Once that bad boy is acquired and installed, Geometric's total capacity will jump to 266 megawatts. That's more than enough to pull Umuahia and the remaining local governments off the national grid as well. The big goal? Getting the entire state to exit the national grid completely. Meanwhile, Abia State University just got its own taste of reliable power after 13 years in the dark. A 5 megawatt substation was recently switched on there, and plans are underway for a full 15 megawatt independent power project for the campus. Abia's electricity regulatory agency took over from NERC back in December 2025, meaning the state now calls its own shots on power. There's even a pilot project turning organic waste into renewable energy. If Alex Otti's electric power plans succeed, Abia State could eventually supply electricity to neighboring states. Governor Alex Otti has reconstructed ABSUTH and Amachara Specialist Hospital, including construction of the Specialist Hospital and Diagnostic Center in Umunato and rebuilding of Okpwala Ngwa General Hospital. Under Project Ekweme, over 200 primary health centers have been renovated, with plans to reach 948. He has also implemented digital health by launching an e-health system with telemedicine and electronic records, replacing paper-based systems. To further finance the workforce, a commitment to allocating 15% of the state budget to health, plus recruitment of hundreds of professionals, including diaspora doctors, has been undertaken. He has also cleared years of unpaid salary arrears for healthcare workers, making the medical practitioners of the state to consistently sing his praises online. Recently, Governor Alex Otti has gone on record to unveil his plans to make Abia a medical tourism hub, anchored by the Abia Medical City project. This $1.3 billion initiative, flagged off in July 2025, aims to reverse medical tourism in Nigeria and West Africa. The 200-hectare facility will feature a 1,000-bed hospital offering advanced specialties, plus a 5-star hotel and tourist village for patients' families. The project is expected to be delivered within 24 months. Governor Alex Otti has made some pretty impressive moves in Abia's education sector since he took office, and honestly, the results are starting to show. One of the most striking changes is the huge jump in public school enrollment. It went from about 117,000 to over 300,000 in just 1 year. That's what happens when parents start believing in the system again. The governor has been backing up his talk with real cash too. He's committed a solid 20% of the state's annual budget to education for 3 years running, and international bodies like UNESCO have taken notice, training over 1,000 teachers in the state. Speaking of teachers, his administration has already recruited 5,394 of them, cleared 17 months of salary arrears left by the previous government, and is currently hiring another 4,000. On the infrastructure side, things are moving. The Abia State College of Education in Arochukwu regained accreditation for 24 courses that have been lost, and there's major renovation work happening at ABSU Uturu and Ogbonaya Onu Polytechnic. The Polytechnic even scored a 2 billion naira TET fund grant, which is a big deal. Otti is also pushing digital learning forward. He just approved a new NOUN study center for Abia and has smart schools under construction. And on a personal note, his foundation has been running a scholarship program for about a decade, giving 50 undergraduate students 250,000 naira each annually, based purely on merit. His administration rolled out plans to rebuild 170 primary schools and 51 secondary schools, aligning them with the 21st century standards. He also stopped payment of PTA levies and other kinds of payment in the state primary and secondary school. Students also benefit from free lunch, meaning that they no longer have to study on empty stomachs. His administration has constructed 20 green smart schools with 3 more massive smart schools in each of the 3 senatorial districts. These schools are slated to be constructed strategically throughout the 17 local government areas. Alex Otti is showing the world how leadership should be done, back to back. So according to a fresh update, the Abia state government just revealed that construction of its 10,000 barrels per day modular refinery will kick off fully in the second quarter of the year. They've already completed compensation payments according to the landowners. The state is also partnering with NNPC Pot Refinery and NNPC Retail Management to make sure petroleum products flow steadily in Abia state. The state has even launched a statewide study to assess the commercial viability of minerals like limestone, proline, lignite, granite, lead, zinc. So when the data lands, it's game on for investors to roll in to the state and start mining. In 2025, Governor Alex Otti launched the rehabilitation of the long-abandoned Abia Regional Water Scheme, a project that was gathering dust for 4 decades. Yes, that's 40 years. Fast forward to now and the news is pretty encouraging. The Abia Regional Water Project is reportedly sitting at about 95% completion. That's huge for a city that's been relying on boreholes and streams for decades. And just last month, as part of his 3rd anniversary celebrations, Otti flagged off 2 additional water schemes worth 1.3 billion naira. The Ubakala Water Scheme in Umuahia South and the Ariaria Water Scheme in Abia. These are being financed through a partnership with Mercy Corps, and the plan is to commission both at the same time once work wraps up. The governor has been pretty confident about this too. Back in April 2026, he told folks at a church service in Abia that the CKC water project was about 80 to 90% completed and promised that by next month, water will start running from people's kitchen taps. That's the kind of specific promise residents have been waiting to hear for years. What's also worth noting is that all these water facilities are being designed to run on solar power, which should keep them sustainable and cut down on operating costs. The administration has made it clear they're not just stopping at Abia and Umuahia either. The goal is to restore all 57 rural water systems across the state. For a project that was abandoned for nearly 4 decades, hitting 95% completion in under a year is honestly not bad at all. Since Governor Alex Otti took office, Abia State has seen some serious economic momentum. He's focused on reviving the industrial spirit of Abia, which is now enjoying 24/7 electricity, which is a major win for manufacturers and small businesses. The state has also completed over 400 roads, making it easier to move goods around. Financially, things have tightened up. Abia is now ranked the most fiscally responsible state in Nigeria, and the internally generated revenue is projected to jump from about 20 billion naira a few years ago to a whopping 224 billion naira in 2026. The administration is projecting a $5 billion GDP for Abia within the next few years, driven by these infrastructure wins and new industrial projects like the revival of the Abia textile mill. To further boost the economy, Governor Otti set up the Abia Global Economic Advisory Council and began developing the Abia Industrial Innovation Park project, designed to attract investors and create jobs. And to top it all, he has brought dignity back to pensioners and workers by clearing arrears and ensuring salaries and pensions are paid without delay by the 28th of every month. He intends to establish an export growth lab in Abia, the Southeast's commercial hub, in an effort to make the state's economy more functional. The initiative will establish a strong collaborative partnership between the state and the United Nations development programs, enabling them to accomplish a lot. With all these achievements, there's no surprise why everyone is singing his praise. If he was the president of Nigeria, do you think Nigeria would be struggling right now or seeing economic abundance? How do you feel about Governor Otti's government? Do you see this as a new blueprint for Nigerian governance? Please let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to get updates on more videos like this.